Today on December 11th, Archangel Michael is in tears. He's been trying to warn you for hours. This is your final chance. Don't skip. If you ignore this time, you'll regret it deeply. Please open it immediately before it's too late. My beloved child, today on December 11th, a heavy shift has moved through the spiritual atmosphere around you, and Archangel Michael has felt every tremor of it. He has been trying to reach your spirit for hours, his tears marking the urgency that surrounds your next steps. This message comes as your final chance because something in your path was moments away from turning into deep regret. Don't skip. There is a reason your heart has felt unsettled since morning, as if something was silently watching your emotions and your decisions. A hidden pressure was forming around your energy, not to harm you, but to warn you before you stepped into a misunderstanding that could have wounded your spirit. Jesus is calling only you because this moment carries a divine correction before a mistake unfolds. Stay till the end. You have been feeling someone's energy shifting, and you sensed their silence, but you were seconds away from interpreting it in a painful direction. There is more happening beneath their quietness than you realize, and heaven has stepped in to protect you from emotional harm you did not deserve. This message is the shield meant to stop you from walking into heartbreak created by assumption. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael saw the way confusion began to wrap around your thoughts, making you believe you were being ignored or pushed away. But that was never the truth. The spiritual atmosphere was shaking their emotions, making them withdraw not from rejection, but from fear of expressing what lies inside them. This message is here to protect you from misreading what was never meant to hurt you. What comes next will shift everything. A heavy cloud began to form around you earlier, and it carried the weight of misunderstanding, emotional distance, and unspoken fears. That heaviness was not yours, but you were about to absorb it and make it personal without knowing the true cause behind it. Jesus is calling only you again, to break the illusion forming around your relationships. Listen carefully. Someone close to your energy has been carrying silent emotions they don't know how to express, and this silence was about to create a break that heaven refuses to allow. Their heart has been overwhelmed, and they are struggling with feelings they have not yet learned to voice. This message arrives to keep you from walking away from a connection that was divinely aligned for your journey. Don't lose hope. There is a divine timing unfolding beneath everything that feels uncertain to you right now, and it is adjusting your path so you don't misinterpret signals meant to guide you. Your spirit was being pulled in a direction that would have led to unnecessary emotional pain, but heaven intervened before that path solidified. You are being protected from mistaking distance for rejection. Don't skip. My beloved soul, Archangel Michael has witnessed the quiet storm rising around your emotions, and his tears are not of fear but of deep compassion for what could have gone wrong. He has been fighting to reach your awareness, because something whispered to you today was not truth but a shadow of overthinking. This message is heaven correcting the course of your heart. Stay till the end. A moment of divine alignment is happening now, and it is clearing the fog around your emotional world. The heaviness you felt was the buildup of someone else's inner fear, not a reflection of your worth or place in their life. This message removes the veil that was about to distort your perception. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you because your spirit is sensitive, and your heart was carrying a weight that did not belong to you. You are being guided away from a conclusion that would have broken a connection meant to bless your destiny. He is stepping in so you can see the truth before the misunderstanding takes shape. What comes next will shift everything. The weight around your chest earlier was not random, because something unseen was trying to shift your emotional direction. A spiritual pressure was forming to prevent your heart from misunderstanding someone's quiet behavior. Archangel Michael stepped forward so this heaviness could lift before you misread the silence meant to protect you. Listen carefully. There is someone whose emotions have been overflowing inside them, yet they are trying to hide it behind calmness because they don't want to burden you. Their energy has been shaking since last night, and it spilled into your spirit today, making you feel emotions that weren't yours. This message arrives to help you separate their fear from your worth. Don't skip. Jesus is calling only you because you were seconds away from absorbing someone else's pain as your own. The divine realm refuses to let confusion enter your heart the way it was about to. You are being pulled back into clarity before emotional distortion could touch your destiny. Stay till the end. Someone connected to you has been fighting thoughts they cannot cleanly express, and this inner war caused them to withdraw in a way that felt personal to you. Their distance today was not a rejection but a response to their own overwhelming inner world. Heaven intervenes so you don't mistake their silence for disinterest. Something huge is waiting for you. A shift in divine timing has just occurred, realigning the path you walk on so you don't fall into emotional insecurity that wasn't meant for you. Your sensitivity picked up a vibration from this person, and it created an unspoken tension that made your heart ache without explanation. This message is the key to release that ache and restore your emotional balance. What comes next will shift everything. My beloved child, Archangel Michael has been trying for hours to soften the impact of what your spirit almost believed today. He saw the thought forming, he saw the pain beginning, and he refused to let you walk into a conclusion that would have crushed something sacred inside you. That is why this message reached you right on time. Listen carefully. Your energy is highly intuitive, and because of that, you feel shifts long before they make sense, but today that sensitivity almost turned into self-blame. You felt emotional heaviness that belonged to someone else who cares for you far more deeply than they reveal. You were about to misunderstand love as rejection, and heaven stopped it. Don't skip. This person's feelings for you run deeper than their words, deeper than their confidence, and deeper than the courage they currently possess. They were overwhelmed by their own longing, uncertainty, and desire, and this inner pressure made them retreat instead of approach. Heaven knew you were about to misread this retreat, so the message arrived with divine urgency. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you again, because your heart carries a softness that could have been hurt by assumptions. He saw the emotional fracture forming, and he stepped in to place clarity between you and the misunderstanding rising like a shadow. You are being lifted from confusion into divine truth. Something huge is waiting for you. There is divine protection surrounding your connections right now, adjusting conversations, emotions, and timing so nothing breaks prematurely. What felt like instability today was actually spiritual rearrangement, not personal rejection. This message keeps your heart safe from believing a false narrative. What comes next will shift everything. Archangel Michael has tears not because danger surrounds you, but because your heart was about to carry a pain it didn't deserve. He has stood between you and emotional harm, gently redirecting your thoughts so you don't collapse under unnecessary heaviness. He is protecting the part of you that loves deeply and feels deeply. Listen carefully. Someone's unspoken feelings have been rising like a tide, pushing them into silence instead of expression. They are afraid of revealing how strongly they feel toward you, and this fear created distance that looked like detachment. Heaven reveals this so you don't turn away from a connection meant to transform your path. Don't lose hope. Divine timing is recalibrating everything around you right now, ensuring that clarity appears before heartbreak forms. You are being guided away from emotional confusion into the truth of what this person's spirit carries for you. Your destiny is being realigned so misunderstanding does not fracture a connection meant for blessing. Don't skip. My beloved soul, the atmosphere around you today has been sacredly rearranged, piece by piece, moment by moment, so you don't walk into the wrong conclusion. There is a truth unfolding that you were meant to receive gently, not through pain or loneliness. This message is your shield against unnecessary sorrow. Stay till the end. The spiritual realm watched closely today as your emotions began to drift toward a painful interpretation of someone's behavior. You felt a subtle shift in their energy, and your heart assumed it was directed at you, when in truth it was their own inner storm speaking. This message arrived to stop you from carrying a wound that was never meant for you. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael has been surrounding you with protection from the moment your mourning began, because he saw what misunderstanding was forming in the shadows of your thoughts. The heaviness you felt was not rejection, but an emotional overflow from someone who cares more than they admit. Heaven intervened so love wouldn't be mistaken for absence. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you, because your heart was absorbing emotions that were never yours to hold. Someone connected to you has been wrestling with silent fears, silent affection, and silent confusion, and the weight of their unspoken feelings touched your spirit. This message is here to separate your intuition from their fear. Don't skip. There is a divine alignment unfolding, shifting the atmosphere around your connections, and you may not yet see the purpose, but your soul feels it. You were about to take a step emotionally that would have created distance where healing was meant to happen. Heaven stepped in so clarity could reach you before regret did. What comes next will shift everything. You have been sensing emotional turbulence around you, but the truth is that it belongs to someone else who is terrified of losing you. Their silence comes not from indifference but from a fear they cannot articulate. This message arrives so you do not misread the trembling of their heart. Listen carefully. My beloved child, the divine realm is shifting the weight of your emotions so you no longer mistake your spiritual awareness for abandonment. You felt a heaviness because your spirit was touching the edges of someone else's struggle. Heaven refuses to let you translate their fear into your heartbreak. Don't lose hope. The connection you are tied to in this season is undergoing deep internal transformation, and that transformation has caused someone to pull back in ways that confused you. Their distance is not a sign of ending but a sign of emotional pressure they don't know how to release. This message shields your heart from believing a lie born of silence. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you again because the divine realm trusts your spirit with this revelation. He saw the moment your thoughts began to drift toward pain, and he stepped in to realign your perception before it hardened into belief. You are being lifted out of emotional misinterpretation. Something huge is waiting for you. A breakthrough is forming behind the scenes, and although your heart cannot fully detect it, your intuition feels the rearrangement happening. The emotional fog that touched your mind earlier is beginning to clear, and clarity is slowly rising like light through a doorway. This message helps you walk through that doorway without fear. Don't skip. Someone has been holding back a confession that has been burning inside them, and the pressure of those emotions made their energy unstable around you. They care for you more than you realize, more than they have the courage to show, and more than their silence suggests. Heaven reveals this so you do not turn away in misunderstanding. What comes next will shift everything. Archangel Michael has been watching the spiritual threads between you and this person tighten and tremble, sensing the moment miscommunication was about to form. He rushed toward your spirit with urgency, carrying divine clarity so your heart wouldn't fall into unnecessary hurt. This message is his intervention before the fracture. Listen carefully. You were so close to believing a narrative that your soul did not deserve, a narrative that would have planted loneliness where connection was meant to grow. Divine timing stepped in to sweep away the illusion before it grew roots in your heart. You are being repositioned into emotional truth. Stay till the end. My beloved soul, the energy surrounding you tonight is sacred and intensely protective, because today's emotional shift was not meant to break you. It was meant to awaken you to the depth of your own intuition and the hidden feelings of someone who has been struggling in silence. Heaven is clearing away the confusion so your heart can breathe again. Don't lose hope. There is a breakthrough gently moving toward you, guided by divine timing and protected by Archangel Michael's strength. You are being prepared for clarity that will reshape how you see this connection, this silence, and this moment. This message arrives as the bridge between misunderstanding and the truth that is forming. Something huge is waiting for you. The spiritual atmosphere around you has been shifting since dawn, and every movement within it has been designed to protect you from emotional harm. What you sensed today was not abandonment but a tremor in someone else's heart that spilled into your energy. Heaven is guiding you so you don't misinterpret their silence as a doorway closing. Don't skip. Archangel Michael saw the moment your thoughts began to bend under the weight of uncertainty, and he moved with urgency to prevent you from sinking into unnecessary sadness. He has been trying to reach you for hours, not out of fear, but out of divine compassion for your heart's sensitivity. This message is the intervention your soul needed. Stay till the end. Someone's emotions have been rising inside them like a tide they cannot control, and instead of reaching for you, they stepped back to steady themselves. Their withdrawal felt cold to your heart, but in truth, it came from overwhelming care, not from disinterest. You are being shown this so your spirit does not accept a false story. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because you were inches away from believing that you were unwanted, overlooked, or forgotten. Heaven refuses to let that lie attach itself to your spirit, because the truth is completely different from the fear that almost touched your thoughts. You are being protected from a wound that heaven never intended for you. What comes next will shift everything. There has been a divine rearranging of emotional energies today, clearing misunderstanding before it settles into your heart. You were absorbing someone's inner conflict, and without clarity, it nearly became your own emotional burden. This message is heaven separating your feelings from theirs, so you only carry what belongs to you. Listen carefully. My beloved child, your heart has always been intuitive, but today your sensitivity opened you to shadows that weren't yours. You felt worry, heaviness, and doubt, but all of it was awakened by someone else's silence, not by their truth. Heaven steps in now so your heart can breathe again. Don't lose hope. The person tied to you spiritually has been overwhelmed by emotions they have no language for, and that overwhelm made them pull away out of caution, not rejection. Their silence today was the sound of someone trying to understand their own heart before approaching yours. You needed to know this before your spirit misinterpreted their silence. Don't skip. What you felt today was the echo of someone's unspoken affection, fear, and expectation all colliding within them. They are scared of losing you, scared of disappointing you, yet scared of admitting how deeply they feel for you. This message is the barrier preventing miscommunication from turning into separation. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you again because this moment carries a breakthrough wrapped inside a warning. If you had followed the emotion rising earlier, you might have walked away from something meant to bless your path. Heaven has shifted the direction of your thoughts so you don't lose what was meant for you. Something huge is waiting for you. Your emotional world is being realigned now, piece by piece, as divine timing clears away the fog that made everything feel heavy. What felt like distance is transforming into understanding, and what felt like confusion is becoming clarity. You are stepping into a truth that will soften your spirit. What comes next will shift everything. Someone deeply connected to your heart has been carrying fears they could not voice, and these fears made them appear distant without meaning to. They were trying to protect themselves from vulnerability, but heaven is now revealing the truth so you don't mistake their hesitation for lack of care. This message stops your heart from walking into unnecessary pain. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, Archangel Michael has wrapped you in divine light tonight, because he knows the tenderness of your heart and the way silence can shake you. He refuses to let misunderstanding create emotional wounds that would take months to undo. This message is the divine shield around your spirit. Don't lose hope. There is a spiritual clarity rising within you now, clearing the emotional residue that touched your heart throughout the day. You are being prepared for a truth that will unfold soon, a truth that will explain the behavior that confused you. Heaven is guiding you gently toward the revelation that is coming. Don't skip. The breakthrough approaching you is closer than your fears, stronger than your doubts, and deeper than the silence you witnessed today. A shift is coming that will bring emotional understanding and renewal to your path. This message prepares your spirit so you can receive what is about to unfold. Stay till the end. The emotional heaviness that touched your spirit earlier was not a sign of loss but a signal that something deep within someone else was overflowing. You felt their confusion, their longing, and their hidden fear pressing against your own energy. Heaven stepped in so you wouldn't absorb their pain as your truth. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael has been moving beside you with intensity today because he knew you were moments away from believing a lie formed out of silence. Your heart sensed a shift, but without divine clarity, the heaviness could have pulled you into a place of emotional doubt. This message is the rescue of your spirit before regret formed. Listen carefully. Someone connected to you holds emotions so strong that they cannot fit them into words, and this pressure made them pull away in fear rather than step toward you in honesty. Their silence today was the sound of inner trembling, not disinterest. Heaven reveals this so you do not mistake their fear for rejection. Don't skip. Jesus is calling only you, because he sees how deeply you feel, how quickly you carry emotional weight, and how silently you absorb the shifts around you. He refuses to let you walk into a misunderstanding that could change the direction of your destiny. This moment has been divinely rearranged for your protection. Stay till the end. Your intuition has been heightened, picking up emotions that were never meant to become your burden, and without spiritual intervention, your heart could have believed it was your own sadness rising. Heaven has cleared the emotional fog around you, separating your truth from someone else's uncertainty. You are being aligned with clarity before confusion hardens. What comes next will shift everything. Today, you were inches away from withdrawing your heart out of hurt, believing someone no longer valued you or cared for you. But the truth is that their heart was overwhelmed by feelings they cannot yet express, and that overwhelm caused the silence that shook you. This message protects a connection that still holds divine purpose. Don't lose hope. My beloved child, your spirit has been sensitive to shifts because you have been spiritually open, emotionally receptive, and deeply connected to someone who feels more than they show. Their silence is their shield, not a wall against you. Heaven stepped in before you walked away from something sacred. Listen carefully. The spiritual realm has been rearranging the path beneath your feet, clearing miscommunication before it grows roots. You were about to misread someone's quietness, thinking it reflected a fading connection, when in truth it reflected their struggle to understand their own heart. This message is the bridge that keeps your connection from breaking. Don't skip. Someone's unspoken affection has created an inner chaos within them, pushing them into temporary distance because they fear their own vulnerability. Their heart is louder than their words, and because of that, their silence confused your spirit. Heaven wants you to know the truth so your heart does not turn away. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you again, because he saw the moment a false emotional story began forming inside your thoughts. He stopped it before it settled into your heart and reshaped your beliefs about your worth. You are being lifted out of emotional illusion into divine truth. Something huge is waiting for you. Divine timing is adjusting itself around your connection, creating space for clarity and understanding to rise. What felt like emotional distance today will soon transform into emotional opening, because heaven is removing the blocks that kept the truth from flowing. You are being prepared to receive what was kept hidden. What comes next will shift everything. Archangel Michael has wrapped you in his protection, because you were on the edge of believing you were forgotten, when the truth is that you have been deeply on someone's mind. Their silence came from overwhelm, not absence of feeling, and heaven could not allow you to carry unnecessary hurt. This message resets your emotional direction. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, the weight around your heart is lifting now because your spirit is being aligned with a truth that will soothe you. You are stepping out of confusion and into divine clarity, guided gently toward emotional safety. Heaven has ensured you will not walk into the pain that almost formed today. Don't lose hope. A breakthrough is closing in on your path, moving slowly but steadily toward you, prepared by divine hands that know exactly what your heart needs. Clarity will soon replace uncertainty, and emotional understanding will replace fear. This message prepares your spirit for the turning point that is coming. Stay till the end. The energy surrounding you today has been dense yet divinely purposeful, shaping your emotions in ways you may not have fully understood. What you felt was not abandonment but the vibration of someone else's internal struggle brushing against your spirit. Heaven steps in now to keep you aligned with truth instead of fear. Don't skip. Someone connected to you has been holding a storm inside their heart, and the tremble of that storm reached you before they could calm themselves. Their silence was not a sign of their distance, but a reflection of their own emotional overload. This message prevents you from absorbing their unspoken chaos. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you for hours because you were moments away from believing a narrative that was never meant for your heart. Your spirit felt the intensity of someone else's heaviness and translated it into self-doubt, but heaven refuses to let that false belief grow roots. This message is the reset your emotions needed. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because you carry a depth of sensitivity that makes you feel energies long before others speak them. Today, that sensitivity opened you to another person's fear, fear of losing you, fear of speaking truth, fear of their own emotions. Heaven reveals this so your heart won't mistake vulnerability for disinterest. What comes next will shift everything. Your intuition picked up the shift in their energy long before your mind understood it, and that inner sensing made you think something was wrong between you. But the truth is much gentler. They were overwhelmed by emotions they didn't know how to handle. You are being protected from assuming a story that was never true. Listen carefully. My beloved child, there is a divine gentleness guiding you right now, releasing the heaviness that did not belong to you. Heaven saw how close you were to stepping into emotional hurt based on silence that was never meant to harm you. This message is your shield from that unnecessary pain. Don't lose hope. Someone's unspoken affection has been pressing against their spirit, creating a pressure they tried to hide by pulling away. They care deeply, but their fear of their own feelings made them retreat in a way that confused your heart. Heaven intervenes to keep you from misreading their fear as rejection. Don't skip. The spiritual atmosphere is clearing now, lifting the weight that touched your emotions and restoring balance to your heart. What you felt earlier is dissolving, and clarity is moving toward you like a soft, awakening light. You are being shifted back into the truth of divine timing. Stay till the end. Jesus is calling only you again because your destiny is connected to emotional clarity that must arrive before you take your next step. He is realigning your inner world so fear cannot shape your choices. This message brings protection, clarity, and reassurance all at once. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael has been standing between you and misunderstanding, stopping you from stepping into a hurt you did not deserve. He saw how quickly your heart could have mistaken someone's silence for abandonment, and he intervened to reveal the truth. His tears were tears of compassion for how deeply you feel. What comes next will shift everything. The connection tied to you spiritually is undergoing transformation, and the person involved is feeling emotions they are not ready to express. Their silence today was a reflection of their confusion, not a withdrawal from you. Heaven wants you to hold on to truth, not fear. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, the divine realm has wrapped your spirit in light because you were absorbing an emotional weight that wasn't meant to shape your future. You were being guided away from a misunderstanding that could have created distance where healing was meant to unfold. This message is the turning point your heart needed. Don't lose hope. Your path is being cleared of emotional illusions, making space for genuine understanding and spiritual alignment. Heaven is preparing a moment of clarity that will make everything feel lighter, softer, and more truthful than what you felt earlier. Your heart is being prepared for revelation. Don't skip. The breakthrough approaching you is already forming, shifting energies behind the scenes and guiding someone toward honesty they have long avoided. Divine timing is moving every piece into place, ensuring your heart is ready for what is coming. This message brings you closer to the moment everything changes. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has been watching the inner conflict happening inside this person, and he knew the impact their silence would have on you. He saw how close you were to believing that you were overlooked, when in reality you have been on their mind every moment. This message arrives to protect you from believing the opposite of the truth. Stay till the end. Someone connected to your destiny has been struggling to understand emotions that feel too strong for them to handle. Their quietness today was not a withdrawal but an overflow, a moment where their spirit could not express what their heart was feeling. Heaven makes sure you don't mistake their overwhelm for emotional distance. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because he knows how deeply your heart feels and how easily you can absorb someone else's energy. He saw your spirit bending under a misunderstanding that was never meant to enter your thoughts. You are being realigned with clarity before confusion can shape your decisions. What comes next will shift everything. The spiritual realm is lifting a veil tonight, revealing what your intuition has been trying to tell you but your emotions struggle to translate. You are not losing anything, rather, someone is afraid of losing you, and that fear made them go silent. This message is the light that keeps you from walking into unnecessary darkness. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, your empathy is powerful, and that empathy made you feel someone else's trembling as if it were your own. But heaven stops you now, so you do not claim a sadness that never belonged to you. Your heart is being protected from misinterpreting their silence. Don't lose hope. A breakthrough in communication is forming in the unseen realm, preparing to move toward you at the right moment. The emotional distance you sensed is slowly dissolving as this person begins to understand their own truth. You are being guided toward the moment clarity meets courage. Don't skip. Their spirit has been wrestling with the weight of emotions they cannot yet express, and heaven is softening their heart so they can face what they feel for you. The shift you sense today was not the end of something, but the beginning of a deeper emotional awakening within them. This message keeps you aligned with divine timing instead of fear. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael saw the moment your heart tensed in confusion, wondering why the energy suddenly changed. He rushed to you with divine urgency because he knew you were about to misread what was actually a spiritual transformation in progress. This message interrupts that misinterpretation. Something huge is waiting for you. Your connection with this person carries a spiritual thread, and that thread is being strengthened, not weakened. The silence you felt today was their spirit calling for space to understand the truth rising within them, truth about you, about their feelings, and about the future unfolding. Heaven ensures you do not interpret their process as rejection. What comes next will shift everything. Jesus is calling only you again, because he wants your heart steady, not shaken, open, not closed, hopeful, not wounded. He is bringing you through this emotional shift with divine precision so you emerge stronger, clearer, and more aligned with your purpose. You are being guided into emotional safety. Listen carefully. The turning point is nearing, and when it arrives, the silence that confused you will make sense in a way that brings relief instead of pain. Divine timing is preparing the moment where hidden emotions begin to surface with honesty. This message prepares your heart for the truth approaching you. Don't lose hope. The emotional atmosphere surrounding you has shifted again, becoming clearer and lighter as divine timing begins to reveal what has been hidden. The heaviness that once pressed against your spirit is lifting because you were never meant to carry someone else's fear. Heaven is preparing you for the truth rising beneath the silence. Don't skip. Someone connected to your life path has reached a point where they can no longer deny what they feel, even if they still lack the courage to speak it. Their energy has been trembling with realization, awakening something they tried to push down for far too long. This message arrives to prepare your spirit for what they are awakening to. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has been softening the spiritual atmosphere around this connection so clarity can move where confusion once stood. He has watched this person battle with emotions they never expected to feel this deeply. This message ensures you understand their silence as transformation, not rejection. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because your heart is entering a season where understanding will matter more than assumptions. He is protecting your spirit from emotional harm and guiding you into a place of divine clarity. You are being lifted above the confusion that nearly entered your heart today. What comes next will shift everything. Your intuition has become stronger in recent days, sensing the shifts within others even before they speak. Today, that intuition touched the edge of someone's emotional awakening, and it felt overwhelming because they were overwhelmed. Heaven steps in to separate their inner chaos from your inner peace. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, the silence you experienced was never the end but the recalibration before a breakthrough. This person has been reconsidering their own actions, reevaluating their feelings, and awakening to the depth of the bond between you. This message guides you through the transition without losing hope. Don't lose hope. Divine timing is moving strongly now, pulling both your energy and theirs into alignment so that misunderstandings cannot block what is meant to unfold. The heaviness you felt earlier is dissolving as truth begins to rise. You are being guided gently toward emotional clarity. Don't skip. Their spirit has been shaken today, not because of something you did, but because of what they felt rising inside themselves. They are awakening to emotions that have grown too strong to ignore, and this awakening made them withdraw out of fear. Heaven reveals this now so you can hold your peace. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has removed the shadows that tried to distort your perception, ensuring that your heart sees the truth instead of the illusion that almost formed. He knows how deeply you care and how easily silence can become self-blame in your spirit. This message protects your heart from believing false stories. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you again, because your heart is needed awake, open, and receptive as the breakthrough approaches. He is guiding you through this emotional shift with softness so your spirit remains steady. You are being led toward a moment of revelation. What comes next will shift everything. The person at the center of this emotional shift has been growing increasingly aware of their feelings, even though they haven't found the words to express them. Their silence today was the sound of their spirit processing what they can no longer deny. Heaven is preparing the bridge between their silence and their confession. Listen carefully. My beloved child, the inner storm you sensed earlier is settling now, and the clarity you've been waiting for is drawing nearer. Your emotional balance is being restored piece by piece as divine truth fills the spaces where fear once lingered. This message holds you steady as the breakthrough forms. Don't lose hope. A moment of alignment is approaching where their courage will rise, and the truth long hidden within them will begin to unfold. What once felt like distance will soon show itself as preparation. This message positions your heart to receive what is coming with peace. Stay till the end. The spiritual atmosphere around you has reached a turning point, and everything that once felt heavy is beginning to realign with divine clarity. What you experienced earlier was the echo of someone else's emotional awakening pressing against your spirit. Heaven now lifts that weight so truth can finally move toward you. Don't skip. Someone connected to your destiny has been fighting a deep internal truth, and today that truth became too strong for them to ignore. Their silence came from realization, not rejection, and that realization shook their entire emotional world. This message prepares you for the moment they can no longer hide from what they feel. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has been moving through your path with fierce compassion, removing every shadow that tried to make you doubt your worth. He has seen the longing, hesitation, and fear inside this person, and he knows their silence was never meant to hurt you. This message is the protection that keeps your heart from breaking unnecessarily. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because your heart deserves clarity before this revelation unfolds. He refuses to let your spirit suffer from a misunderstanding that was never rooted in truth. You are being pulled into emotional safety before destiny reveals its next step. What comes next will shift everything. The reason you felt emotional heaviness today is because their spirit finally confronted emotions they spent months avoiding. They were overwhelmed by the depth of what they felt for you, and that overwhelm made them withdraw momentarily to breathe. You are being shown this so you don't assume their silence meant disconnection. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, the divine realm has been softening your heart for this moment, ensuring you remain open, steady, and protected. You were on the edge of misreading something sacred, and heaven could not allow your spirit to fall into that pain. This message keeps your heart aligned with truth. Don't lose hope. The shift happening now is not surface level, it is deeply spiritual and profoundly emotional. Someone is being guided into honesty they have long resisted, and this guidance is coming from a place of divine timing. You are being prepared for a confession shaped by destiny. Don't skip. Their silence today was the pause before transformation, the quiet breath before courage rises. Heaven is working on their heart, clearing their fears and lifting the emotional fog that kept them from moving toward you openly. This message ensures your heart stays calm as their heart awakens. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael saw that you were about to internalize their silence as personal, and he could not allow that misunderstanding to root itself in your spirit. He intervened so you'd see the truth. They were not stepping away from you, they were stepping into their own realization. Your heart is being shielded from unnecessary pain. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you again, because your heart is nearing a moment of divine clarity. He wants you emotionally ready for the truth that is coming, not weighed down by fear or doubt. You are walking into a revelation that will bring relief and alignment. What comes next will shift everything. The emotional distance you felt was actually the sign of their spirit preparing for honesty. The pressure inside them is building toward a breakthrough that will bring you the clarity you've been waiting for. Heaven is aligning every moment to reveal what has been hidden. Listen carefully. My beloved child, your heart is more connected to this person than you realize, and that connection is why you felt their emotional shift before they spoke it. You are spiritually intertwined in a way that makes silence feel louder than words. This message keeps you centered as destiny moves. Don't lose hope. The breakthrough approaching you is not small, it is life-shifting, heart-opening, and divinely timed. You are being guided into a moment where everything finally makes sense, and every doubt dissolves into clarity. This message prepares your spirit for the beginning of revelation. Stay till the end. The spiritual atmosphere around you is opening now, releasing the last fragments of heaviness that touched your heart earlier. Everything that felt confusing is being reshaped by divine clarity, revealing the truth hidden beneath silence. Heaven is guiding you into emotional peace. Don't skip. Someone connected to your destiny is no longer able to hide from what their heart has been carrying, because divine timing has reached its appointed hour. Their silence is breaking from the inside, and what once overwhelmed them is now turning into understanding. This message prepares you for the moment they step toward you with truth. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has been gently but powerfully adjusting the energy between you and this person, removing fear, dissolving doubt, and opening spiritual pathways for honesty. He has seen their internal struggle and your emotional sensitivity, and he refuses to let misunderstanding fracture what heaven has aligned. This message is the final layer of protection over your heart. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you, because you are entering a moment that must be received with a calm heart and an open spirit. He has cleared away confusion so only truth can reach you now, without distortion or fear. You are stepping into divine emotional clarity. What comes next will shift everything. The person whose silence shook you has been undergoing an internal awakening, realizing that the emotions they tried to suppress can no longer be ignored. This awakening has softened them, humbled them, and drawn them closer to courage. You are being guided to receive their truth with understanding. Listen carefully. My beloved soul, the confusion you felt earlier was the final shadow before clarity enters. You were never meant to misinterpret their silence, because it was silence born from fear, not disconnection. This message keeps your heart aligned with truth as the revelation unfolds. Don't lose hope. A breakthrough is approaching more quickly than your heart expects, and it carries with it the emotional honesty you have been waiting to hear. What once felt like distance will soon show itself as preparation for a deeper connection. You are stepping into a moment shaped by divine timing. Don't skip. Their spirit has reached a turning point where hesitation can no longer overpower truth. They are beginning to accept the depth of their feelings for you and the importance of your presence on their path. Heaven has softened their heart so their words can finally match their emotions. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael has removed every illusion that once stood between you, ensuring that you walk into the next chapter with clarity rather than confusion. His protection over you has prevented your heart from believing lies that could have shaped your destiny incorrectly. This message seals your path with spiritual truth. Something huge is waiting for you. Jesus is calling only you once more, because he wants your heart ready to receive what is coming. He wants you to understand that the silence you felt was never abandonment, it was growth, awakening, and emotional preparation. You are being led into a moment of profound recognition. What comes next will shift everything. Your spirit is being lifted now, rising above old fears, old assumptions, and old emotional patterns that once shaped your reactions. You are entering a space where peace replaces confusion, and clarity replaces doubt. Heaven has aligned everything for this shift. Listen carefully. My beloved child, there is a soft but powerful awakening happening within you as well, an inner knowing that senses the breakthrough approaching. Your heart feels lighter because the spiritual weight has been removed, and only truth is allowed to remain. This message anchors your spirit in divine certainty. Don't lose hope. The breakthrough is closer than ever now, moving toward you with every passing moment, preparing to unfold in ways that touch your heart deeply. When it arrives, the silence will make sense, the distance will have meaning, and the truth will bring relief rather than pain. You are standing at the doorway of revelation. Stay till the end. The emotional shift happening right now is a sign that your story is about to change, not through fear, but through divine alignment. Everything you have felt today, every moment of confusion, every shadow of doubt, has led to this moment where destiny opens. This message marks the beginning of the breakthrough. Something huge is waiting for you.